Moose, and I'm an addict.
Hey, Moose.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up? Grateful to be here. Grateful to be above ground, sucking air and sober. You know who says that, right?
Yeah, 6 feet above ground, sucking
air and sober.
Yeah.
Welcome back to Ashlie. We got a babysitter.
Yay. Hey.
And then we are joined by Kevin, the recovery Buddha.
Oh, yeah.
What's up, Kevin?
Oh, yes, you know.
Living the dream.
Living the dream.
Sucking air and sober.
Yeah, sucking air and staying sober.
And we are also joined by our friend, the official spokesman of Narcotics Anonymous, Matt Moe. What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's up, everybody?
Are you nervous, Matt?
A little bit after you.
Are you okay?
I'm great. I just needed to speak before I had a full-blown anxiety attack.
What's funny is whenever we're out in public and Ashlie will say, she'll ask me in front of a group of people, are you okay? And I'm like, now I'm not. Because now everyone's looking at me like, is Tim okay?
It's the worst. And the universe brought that back to me. And like there was a week where everywhere I went, everyone was like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Like, do I not look okay? Like, is something wrong with my face?
I've never been able to hide my shame and embarrassment because I turn bright red. So everyone will just be like, oh my God, you turning red. And I'm like, well, that's it.
It's a lot of weight, Carrie.
That's a lot of, dude. It's really deep.
So are you okay though?
I'm great.
How are you?
I'm so glad to be here. I'm excited.
Good.
Sheesh.
I say this all the time, but I invite people that I love and I like to be around. And, you know, Matt, you're a guy I've had to cut off a couple times for various reasons. I can be petty sometimes. So Matt didn't come to a friend's funeral. And I'm like, that's it. I'm not answering any of his calls ever. I guess it was my own way of grieving. But there was several people that didn't come to this certain funeral. Like, I'm not talking to any of them anymore. But I realized that was probably unfair of me. And so.
And Tim did what he should have done, and he worked the steps through it.
Yeah, exactly.
I've had to work through my own stuff there because I thought you might bring this up. And
I was prepared for this.
In recovery, I have not shown up for things. And it sucks. It's a hard lesson to learn because when you're not there for people and then they show up for you or they bring you into their life and whatever I was going through, and during those periods, it's like I know now that I can never get that back. I mean, there's lots of things I've missed. Not lots, but there's been a few important funerals, weddings.
Didn't you miss my wedding too?
While we're on the subject, I did. It was during COVID. I mean, you want the excuses or? Yeah.
No, cut that excuse out of there, Braden.
No,
it was a double. I was like,
There's
first
two.
my wedding, then
that's when you
Todd's
really cut me
funeral.
out.
Now
You were like,
we're done.
You probably gave me a second. Yeah, thanks. Is this an official amends?
Yeah, the amends was you showed up for the podcast. Thank you for being here, man.
I don't know. It's not a very good amends. What can I do to make this right?
Just be here. Okay. You don't owe me anything, man. I'm just glad you're sober.
I'm glad.
Sober.
I'm so cold. Burr. Sober.
Oh, that's funny. No, dude, I have a philosophy, and like, if I notice that I always call somebody and they never call me, I'm like, oh, I'm done with this friendship. I end it immediately. I will no longer be reaching out. And when I'm driving around making my regular phone calls, I think, who calls me? At least sometimes. And you're a good actual friend. So that's why I love you.
Yeah.
That's why I make time for you. You're a good friend.
Real friends.
Yeah, real friend.
She's just jealous.
I'm like in the middle of this love affair.
She don't know you like
So
I do,
jealous.
man. No one does.
She don't know what it was like for people like us growing up.
Yeah. Sing it. Sing the rest of the song.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. We've had good times and bad times as friends. We were fast friends. You know, we didn't meet under normal circumstances.
Yeah, what happened? How did we become friends?
So, for those of you who don't know, Tim started a meme page called Dank Recovery Memes. And when I was new, I know, shocker. And when I was new, I ran across it. Like, I've always loved memes. I have a few favorite memes as well. And so I start coming to these memes, and I don't know, I was new. I mean, probably within the first year. And so I get on here. I'm like, what is this about? And immediately I remember I started sending you the worst memes probably ever made. They were like screenshots with, the time still on there, and then like some kind of writing where it shouldn't be. And I was like, hey, dude, like, check these out. And you're like, cool. And, and like a lot of other people, I didn't think, I was offended by something I saw probably, or like, I was like, who is this guy think he is? And then, like a lot of people do, I was like, are you even in recovery? And you're like, actually, yes, I am. You're like, this is just for fun and laughs. And I was like, oh, like, it's okay to laugh at this stuff. And, I continue to make memes. And so one day, okay, I stalked him, of course, because I was like, who is this guy? Because who's this guy making these memes? And I instantly I found out you were the creator somehow. Like, like puzzle pieces, like A plus Z equals T, Moose Kavanaugh. Who is this guy? And then I noticed you were in the area close to us. I don't know if you want to give away your location. I noticed you were in the St. Louis area, right? And so, I don't know, we started talking, and you told me about DRC. So I was in there pretty early for all that. And sure enough, one day you messaged me and you were like, hey, you live close to me. And I was like, oh, really? I didn't know. And I was like, yeah, dude. And you were like, why don't we meet up? And so I brought my homie, and we met you out at your home group.
Rest in peace, Clay. Oh, wait, he's still alive.
Oh, he came to our wedding.
He did, yeah, he did.
I know.
Came to our wedding.
Exactly. So I'm just here to tell the story. So yeah, we got pretty immersed into things quick, but that's how we met. And you mentored me, basically. I mean, I'm trying to get to a point where we can talk about the page, because what the page can do for people in recovery, for what the page did for me, I don't know what it can do for anybody else, right? Besides for maybe humor. But for me, it gave me an outlet to share humor, and I made a friend through the page that's in recovery that also mentored me. And, to make a long story short, you hooked me up with a job. So like, there were a lot of spinoffs from Dank Recovery memes. There were like, it was called Dank Recovery Confessions. I don't know. So I literally got a job through a temp agency. And like I said, I was clean a while, and,
Living at home. Jobless.
Not jobless.
Didn't know how to do laundry.
Well, I was jobless.
Your mom did your laundry.
I was probably over a year. Anyway, I go to a temp agency, get a job. Mom's still doing laundry for sure. Get a job through a temp agency, went there, and I got fired day one. I got fired my very first day.
You're so NA, bro.
Yeah. Like, they were like, you can go sweep, and then they told me, do not come back. And right? And it was my depression days, like the low spots, that we're going to hit. So I went on the confessions page, and I was like, oh, I'm such a piece of crap. I was like, I got fired. And Tim hit me up, and he was like, bro, I got something for you. He's like, call me for real. And yeah, I'd say from that point, you started mentoring. I used to call him my spiritual advisor, because, you would advise me spiritually. And yeah, a lot in my life has changed because of that. I don't want to take up the whole time, obviously, but like, moved to St. Charles, moved out on my own, managed a halfway house. My now wife, who I had previously met, lived 2 hours away. she ended up moving to St. Peter's. I blew our spot.
We're not in St. Peter's right now.
St. Louis, and like we literally like we have a kid now, like, and it's just there.
And you have a home. You bought a house.
We
right?
have a home, yeah, at my mom's house in the basement.
Yeah.
No, we have a home, and yeah, it's just it changed the whole trajectory of my life.
How long you been sober?
My clean date is my clean date is April 18th. You can cut all that. Can we start again?
No.
My clean date.
We've gotten used to making mistakes and rolling with it.
Okay.
No.
I'm not used to this at all. This is totally different.
The clean sober thing, or
We're getting used to
No.
it too, though.
We're gonna have a little bit of rivalry and poke fun at each other.
Yeah, we're
it's
having
all
fun.
good.
So
having fun.
it is. It's so much fun. My clean date is April 18th, 2015.
Which I challenged that date because you said that
Yeah.
your
You want to go there?
his relapse was that he took testosterone.
Yes.
And I'm like, that's not a relapse, but he counts it.
I
And I'm
went
like,
on the black market though. I had 9 months clean. Girl just broke up with me. And I didn't go on the black market, but like I got it not from a physician.
through a friend.
Through a friend. And so a lot of people, question my clean date. I don't. So how much recovery do I have?
Kevin, would you count the testosterone as a relapse?
No.
I wouldn't either.
I know my other date, but also
July 4th, right?
Yeah.
Like come on, man. How do you
Independence Day.
bail on July
It's
4th
crazy.
as
I
your
know, dude.
Independence Day?
People are so mean to me, dude.
But I respect your, the honesty there, and I respect the that you're thinking of doing that or whatever. I mean, I don't. Doesn't sound like you were trying to get high.
No, there's many things that have changed the trajectory of my life. And that was another one because my sponsor at the time, so we didn't see eye to eye. I didn't have any plans of recommitting. I was like, this is kind of stupid. This is just not, I don't think you understand what I'm doing, but like, whatever, I don't want to question it. And so he told me at the time, he told me he didn't want to sponsor me anymore.
Because of the testosterone.
Yes.
Wow.
And actually, it was like me and Kevin talked earlier about being stuck in situations way too long and God removing it. And that was one of those situations. And I ended up getting a new sponsor. I'm very thankful for him, and we're friends to this day. But I can't believe where this went. But yeah, that's part of my story for sure.
So your sobriety date is July 4th.
2014.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank
man.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic.
So, okay. I was like trying to count. So it was July 4th, and then you used testosterone in April. And then, is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Okay.
I kind of like went back and I like got a bank statement or something. I was like, well, I went to, like, I remember the day.
How'd you buy testosterone on the black market?
Well, it wasn't very black market-ish.
Some guy at Gold's Gym.
Yeah. He's going to watch this.
Oh, you know him still?
No.
Oh. That's funny.
I think that's pretty cool that you just want to be so honest, though. Because, I mean, that's kind of like you have to be honest with yourself and, like, rigorously honest. Just
Yeah.
wanting to, like, make sure,
I think it's all ego.
Oh.
I think it's Matt.
Being better than.
Yeah, like, look how humble I
Look
am.
how-
I'll change my sobriety. I don't
Yeah.
care. No big deal to me. I know you, bro.
Right.
You ain't fooling no one.
Yeah.
All smug, like a bed bug.
No,
I don't
listen,
even want
Matt-
to get too deep with me because I'll just let it all loose, dude. You guys don't even know.
Listen, I love Matt. I like to give him a lot of crap. So it's from a place of love
Yeah, for sure.
that I trash talk this dude.
It is, dude. We have great lives, man. Like, our lives are wonderful. We're so blessed. So
Yeah. So, man, but it's been cool getting to know you, cool watching. I mean, it really is. It's crazy when you stick around long enough to watch how just night and day different people's lives become, even Ashley's life compared to the first day I met her, living in some apartment that she didn't pay her rent and
I did.
eventually got evicted from. And
No, I left. It was the lease was up. It was just messy.
I'm like, you left owing money. She's like, no, I didn't. It's still
cleared
disputed
it.
to this day.
What?
She was homeless in recovery.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't.
And I rescued her.
Thank God for Dank
He's a
Recovery,
rescue.
man.
Yeah.
It has saved lives.
He found
Recovery
her.
gave
She
me
was
a home.
crying in a cardboard box, and she said, "What are you crying at?" Tim was walking down the street, and she said, "This meme is so beautiful." And he said, "Ma'am, that's a Dank Recovery meme.
Hi, Tim Cavanaugh. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you." And
It was like Pretty Woman,
the rest
but
is history.
with me. Yeah. I've never seen that movie. I don't know.
There's not a lot of Tims out there.
No, but it really is cool to have seen you go from all that to, dude, I mean, you have a family now and they can count on you to show up and take care of them because of your recovery. And that is why, I talk a lot of trash on NA, and I know good people in Narcotics Anonymous. I consider them friends, but I call Matt an NAV SEAL because he is the elite of the people that I've met in the program, because I shared at a meeting before, an NA meeting, and they came up to me hot. Like, how are you telling your story here? You're not even in this fella. You don't know the message that we carry. And I'm like, with all due respect, sir, I've met your members. I don't think anybody here understands the message. No one's ever worked the steps here before until Matt, which is why he's the official spokesman on film, press, radio, and film. Official spokesman. Is that against the tradition?
Are there different traditions?
No, it's if you want, a lot of it's the same. They just shifted the focus from alcoholism to addiction. I'm like one of those people who went through multiple treatment centers, multiple places. Was forced to read books, do the worksheets, like, or you're not gonna get chow, or whatever they call
Chow?
it. Yeah, chow.
Where was
you?
that?
At the Salvation Army.
A kennel? Matt's come a long way.
Yeah. So, I remember hearing the story for the first time, in a treatment center, and you're like, who is this guy? The story of Bill, my friends make fun of me. You don't even know. I can laugh about it because I've gotten so much crap. I'm not even going to cuss. See how recovered I am?
Oh my gosh, you're so humble.
I'm so humble.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
We used to have humble offs, me and Clay, and it was like a big running joke. But I'm so humble that I do this.
I changed my sobriety date. I'm so humble.
But people gave me shit, because of my experience with programs and treatment centers and the message of recovery, and it's a silly little tit for tat thing, but I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I think you have to learn to have fun, and you don't want to be so serious all the time. I can laugh at myself. I never understood people they'd pick on you, they people always messing with me, and they go, oh, they wouldn't do that if they didn't like you, and it's that's a weird way to show that you like me,
Yeah.
So you just learn to laugh at yourself. And
Yeah. So why do you hate people that are on Suboxone?
I love it. So
You've been a vocal.
this is not true, dude. Okay. So Tim's got me. Okay. He's not only been my spiritual advisor, he's been my spiritual demise. This guy and his meme page. No, I joke. No, I don't hate anyone. I was on, so if you want to know who I am, right? I'm some kid from Fairview Heights that got hopelessly addicted to drugs. And Suboxone is a part of my story. So I don't hate people on Suboxone, but I think the memes have gotten me in trouble. Suboxone memes. That was one of those things you gotta you got to be careful what you're putting on the internet. Like, there's been a lot of controversy in my area over Suboxone.
Now, while you were on Suboxone, because you were prescribed Suboxone.
I was. For
I
5
was
years.
too for a long time. If you saw a meme saying Suboxone wasn't sober or clean while you were on Suboxone, how would you have reacted?
I don't know. Not sanely and normally. I would have said, okay. Like, what?
Would you have agreed with it?
No, I've got kicked out of. I had doctors kick me out of their office. Like, I knew what I was doing. There's a big misconception of, like, when you get clean, you have to find humility, and like all of a sudden you get clean, like clean, you know, like nothing, like no Xanax, no cocaine on the weekends,
Like sober?
like clean
Sober.
and sober, no alcohol.
Sober covers it all.
Alcohol's a drug.
No gambling?
No gambling. I suck at gambling, but I've gambled. So like, and you're like, I think there's this like thing that happens where you want to save everyone, and you want everybody to experience the freedom that you have found after being like, you know, a slave to the pills, a slave to, you know, just you can't like not being able to get through the day without taking something, without like feeling like I'm gonna crawl out of my skin. Like I need Flexeril, I need Xanax, I need, you know, alcohol, I need this at subs, you know, heroin if you can afford it. You know, it's like I tried to do whatever was convenient, and one of the most convenient things for me to do was go to a doctor and get a prescription. Like my life, like if you look back at my old life, like I lived like an animal. Like, you know, they talk about alcoholics hiding bottles through the house. Like my mom was hiding subs through the house. She was hiding prescriptions through the house, hoping that she would, one, be able to give it to me, but me not find it. Because if I found it, it's party time. You know, because that's like money, you know, and you take them, obviously.
The Suboxone?
Yeah.
They used to call those heroin coupons.
Yeah. So that's like, you know, it got crazy. Like, so like when you get free of that, I think you want to try to carry that message. So I've learned to shut up about it. I just don't even want to talk about, like, you get to a point where you just don't even want to talk about stuff anymore, you know, like you just want to forget about it. Mm-hmm. But then at the same time, you want to like give people the freedom you found. It's a real like double-edged sword, I think.
Yeah. So just to backtrack, all I asked you was, how would you have reacted while you were on Suboxone if you saw a meme? Sir, this is a Wendy's.
I don't even think memes were a thing.
What? That's mad. What can I get you today, sir? I don't even want to talk about Suboxone. We have Frosties. This is Wendy's.
I got really hot.
No, but I was just asking because, you know, that's been a topic of conversation. I would have saw it and thought, is that up for debate? Like, it's a no-brainer, you know, but people in NA told me it's prescribed, so it doesn't count.
Yeah, I think that's the age-old debate between the two of us, right? Who's the cleanest of them all? Who's the most sober? Who's working the best program?
Do you think coffee is a relapse?
No.
Correct.
That's correct.
Because we all drink coffee.
Yeah, we're about to fight.
Okay.
About to kick
Now,
out.
how about what's the next one?
Yeah,
Kratom.
cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Or
Okay.
cigarettes.
Tobacco.
It's a gray
Bananas.
area.
Like,
You get 5 years on cigarettes, and then after that,
I thought it was 2.
Vaping tobacco or smoking tobacco? That's probably going to be
not clean.
2 for smoking, 5 for vaping. You got there's a cutoff.
2 what and 5 what? What
2
am I
years.
getting? 5.
You get 2 years to smoke cigarettes. After that, you have to switch to vaping. You get 3 more years to vape. After that, you have to start your time.
I'm like 2. I don't even know what you mean. Like 2 something. I'm like, what am I getting 2 of?
2 packs, 2 cartons.
I don't know. Like it's caused so much controversy. I remember I reposted one of the memes. Remember when you changed the Hollywood sign to subs aren't clean?
Oh, maybe. I don't know, man.
I don't know who did that. And I reposted that, and then another friend did, and like we were just beating it. We were beating like it had like 2,000 comments, and like everyone was pissed. Like people, yeah, dude, like
yeah, they get very upset.
Now I've never taken Suboxone. Alcohol and marijuana, cocaine, pills, those were the drugs I did, and that was the order I did them in. And but I never made it to. In fact, Suboxone didn't even exist when I got sober. It might have existed, but I didn't know about it. It wasn't like it is now. But it's interesting because working at a treatment center, I remember seeing it for the first time, and they had the little octagon-shaped pill as an orange pill. But then they were able to, get this film strip, right? And now it's like you can go, like, I noticed the people who are distributing it, they have their own pharmacy. And I think, how many of those can you fit in a 1 foot by 1 foot square box? And how many of those boxes can you fit in the warehouse of one of these pharmacies where they never run out? There is an endless supply of this stuff. When someone goes in to get them, they get like 300 of them. It's like they hand them so many, and they're like, here's 300 Suboxone. Here's a voucher so you have a place to live. Keep coming back. Tell your friends. It's what it's like. They get a free voucher to live in some sober house.
Yeah.
And clean house or whatever. I don't know. Same thing.
It's a clean house after the sober people do their chores.
It's right. If they're not on Suboxone.
Yes.
Well, that's up for debate, though.
Yeah.
It's just interesting how many of these things they can just have in stock at one. Like, they never run out.
The infinite Suboxone glitch.
Yeah.
I always want to say this too, because it can get lost. Like, I don't care what someone's doing. Mm-hmm. I really don't. If you're taking a step in the right direction, good for you. I really think Suboxone saved my life. I really do. But I never once thought I'm clean on this. But if someone is like, will you sponsor me? And they're on Suboxone, I'm like, sure. Well, do I get a coin? Why not? They cost like $1. Congratulate. Like, it's hard to stay on Suboxone for 30 days, I just like to talk trash a little bit. Yeah. And like NA too, man. Hey, I have lots of friends in NA, and they like to talk trash on AA too. My buddy Wally, I need to get Wally on here one time, but Wally's like, yeah, Moose, no thanks. Going to all men's float trip. Like, that sounds gay, bro. I'm not doing that.
A step, and you gotta, realistically, a step from fentanyl to Suboxone, that's a step toward recovery.
Oh, yeah.
It's a step toward doing something better. There's no way of denying that. So
it's still talked about today the same way it was talked. It's been talked about the same way. Like, I can't do it. The thing with me, like, if I can't take things and just come off of them, like, oh, when my life gets better, I'm just that's not who I am. It's like, mom's hiding the shit in the house. Dad's hiding the wallet, car keys. Like, when I use, there's no stopping me. I become an animal. That's the only thing I care about.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find so obviously person isn't doing very well with heroin at all. But they're going to moderate with Suboxone. It's like, no, probably not. Probably going to be more of the same, just different drug.
All right, before we jump back into the episode, let's give a shout out to the crew that keeps the Dank Recovery Podcast rolling, Asphalt Services, LLC. These guys do it all. Churches, HOAs, tennis courts, pickleball courts, general contracting, you name it, they can handle it. If it's asphalt, they've got you covered. And now they're taking it even further with their brand new concrete division. So whether you need asphalt or concrete, They've got the tools and the talent to get it done right. Driveways, parking lots, sidewalks, they'll take care of it. The 3 owners have over 100 years of combined experience. So if you're in the greater St. Louis area and you need something fixed, paved, coated, striped, or poured, call Mike at 636-293-9244 or go to asphalt-services.com and make sure you tell them the Dank Recovery Podcast sent you. Well, Matt, it's been nice knowing you, bud. No,
R.I.P.
Yeah, you can leave now. We'll take it from here. Just kidding. No, we're gonna shift gears. I thought Matt would be a good person to have for this part. We're gonna dissect some memes. How about that?
Yeah. You're such a little stinker that he put me on the spot, got me all hot, sweating, brought up subs right away.
The first meme, me taking one last look at the AA meeting before I leave without putting away one single chair.
That's good. I love it. That's me. I've done that before.
Oh, yeah. That's from my buddy, Don't Drink and Go to Meetings, which his name I think is funny too, because there are people that will say that. Like, that's their program of recovery. Don't drink and go to meetings. Just don't put the plug in the jug and go to meetings. It's like, come on, dude. That's not the program, you know? But it's the Irish goodbye. You ever heard of the Irish goodbye? You don't say anything. You just leave.
Just leave.
What's your favorite goodbye?
I love it. I feel like
it.
it's completely justified. Just dip out. But the Irish goodbye, but you're in a meeting. Whose job is it to put away the chairs?
Home group members. No. Look.
Good answer.
New people who need to do service
It's
work.
new.
See, I see it as a veteran in AA who's like, you know what? I'm going to let the new guys handle this.
So then who should take it upon themselves to model the behavior to put away the chairs?
So I put the chairs away. I set up and I take them down.
He's so humble.
When I was new, I went there and I went to this meeting and they were like, here, gave me a mop, and they were like, start mopping the floor, and I was like, what do you mean? Like, I just wasn't even a member. And he's like, this is the most important job at the meeting. And like, if I can't be of service in any other way, I can, I thought I graduated. There's a time few years ago, I thought I graduated from putting the chairs up. And now I'm the chairperson, or I'm the GSR or whatever. And like, shortly I wasn't able to do, and someone said, put the chairs away. If you can't do anything else, put the chairs away. And so that's what I do. I put the chairs away.
I feel like you have to get me in the mood. Like, you got to bring a good meeting. That was a satisfactory meeting. I'm going to help you guys put away the chairs.
Yeah, you know what I like about putting the chairs away? It's a freaking no-brainer. Mm-hmm. I don't have to add any numbers up. I don't need to count anything. I don't need to speak to anybody. I just become a worker drone and pick up chairs and take them where they go.
How many chairs can you carry then?
It's mindful. I can carry about 4 or 5 of them pretty
that's
easily.
it?
I get 3 on each hand, put them up high. If I'm trying to showboat at the meeting, it depends.
You pull the sleeves up a
Depends
little
how
bit.
many cute gals are at the
charm.
meeting. It depends how many cute gals are at the meeting. You know what I mean?
There's a meme out there where the guys got all the chairs and I forget cue the meme.
We'll throw it up there.
Okay.
When it comes out. Yeah. If it's a men's meeting, we'll go 2 guys to a chair. we're not trying to impress him.
I'm not pulling a muscle at the. I'm going to the gym. I'm not pulling a muscle at the AA meeting.
Oh yeah.
No, thanks.
My home group has tables. We move them, and you got to move the tables.
Yeah, what pisses me off is it's usually on like leg day when I have to do this stuff though. Yeah. It's like, man, damn it, why is it gotta be leg day when we have to move these tables?
So no caffeine and vaping isn't sober. I am gas station sober. Okay. That's from John Anon, and Kevin and I talked about putting this in the top 5 most weird memes of the week.
It's good though. It's just something really, really good about it.
But like, so that's a Wojak meme. If you're newer to memes or you don't know the terms, like those characters are Wojaks. And what's really funny about the one on the right, that's gas station sober, that's actually him. He made himself into a Wojak, which I don't know what to think about that. I guess well played, John. But what is that a play? See, I never know what he's doing, but I think it's a play on California sober. Like California sober is when you smoke weed, but you don't do anything else. That's California sober. So with that in mind, is he implying that gas station sober is caffeine and vape?
Yeah, because you go to gas stations, you buy all the Monsters and whatever, and Rock Stars and Red Bulls.
You can
And
get
you buy all
broke
the
down a
vape
meme.
juice.
Yeah.
Can't you get like synthetic opioids at the gas station too?
Kratom.
So, yeah.
Little Kratom
On
never
gas
hurt
station-
anybody.
Gas station sober. So you got the horny goat weed.
This
Stuff's terrible.
I had a guy in sober living. One guy got kicked out for relapsing. And when he got kicked out, he said, "Oh, yeah, well, so-and-so's doing Kratom." And I was like, okay, well, why didn't you tell me that while you were there? But fast forward, I told my house manager, I said, hey, just go to the guy and just ask him point blank, are you using Kratom? And see what he says. Because what's crazy is guys getting kicked out of sober living, they're actually always telling the truth when they spill the beans about other people. I've never had it be a lie to hurt guys. It's meant to hurt them, but it's never a lie. They're actually just being petty. And so my house manager went to the guy and he said, hey man, are you using Kratom? He's like, yeah. He's like, you're not allowed to do that. He was like, what? Like, I work at a restaurant. The guys there said that it's related to coffee. And he's like, well, yeah, but it's a drug. And I said, listen, dude, I have lots of relatives too, and they are not sober. Like, just because they're related doesn't mean anything. That's like basically an opioid. And the guy's like, dude, please give me another. I gave him another chance because his reaction was so totally innocent and ignorant. And he was like a much older guy, straight alcoholic. He really thought he was just doing something like coffee to help him get through the day. So give him another shot. Gas station sober.
Caffeine today, it's like, you think, a couple cups of coffee, but now it's all these energy drinks, and people drink a ton of these energy drinks. And then vaping is another one. It's like, now people are starting to see the effects of long-term vaping. Like, you're hearing more and more about that in, on the news, on the internet, whatnot. So I don't know. It's interesting that I think I'd mentioned this in another episode, the DSM-5, it's now caffeine use disorder. That was added to the DSM-5. It wasn't in the DSM-4 though. So caffeine use disorder, and that's more, I think it's a lot less about coffee, a lot more about just these energy drinks and people really abusing them. And you can't if you're drinking 8 to 10 of those a day, you're not going to be able to just stop. I mean, if you do, it's going to be painful.
You got to moderate.
Yeah.
Tim, you're in there.
What? Caffeine use disorder?
Yep.
Got it.
I had one when I was working with someone, and when I drink a lot of caffeine and I'm sitting still, I'm not fun to be around, especially coming down. So like, I'm not gonna get a white key tag over some caffeine.
But you did testosterone.
Well, I didn't know.
Caffeine gets you messed up.
I was young and impressionable in recovery, but I don't know. I think it varies from person to person. I've actually cut my caffeine down significantly, so I'm very proud of myself for that. So very humble.
Very humble.
Humble bragging. 2 cups a day most days.
I'm typically a two-time caffeine
2 quad
user.
shots.
I drink nitro cold brew from Picasso's every single morning, almost, unless they're out. And then in the afternoon, I might drink a few shots of espresso.
Yeah, we're like Europeans. Like, come on. We're gentlemen, right?
Gotta have the morning. Yeah.
You guys have talked about this before. This is nothing new.
Have we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we did.
My wife made some cold brew. So we got a homemade. I made a post about this. We got a homemade cold brew mason jar, and maker. That's the word I was looking for. And so my wife's like, "Oh, I made some for you." Like, and I'm like, "No, you didn't." She's like, "Yeah." I was like, "How much coffee did you put in there?" Like, I'm working on not drinking too much. She's like, "I just filled it up." And so she didn't do it right, and I didn't want to waste the coffee, so like I drank some of it, and oh my Lord.
You could have watered it down.
Who does that?
Yeah. You could just throw some baby powder on your cocaine.
Yeah, right. Who does
if it's
that?
too strong for you.
Right.
See, whenever I would make coffee at the meeting, I put a ton of coffee in there. I'm like, we're going to have a good meeting.
Everybody's going to be alert.
Sweating in the meeting.
In fact, 90% of drug addicts quit right before they're about to figure out how to responsibly enjoy and control their usage.
I like that.
It's almost like the microwave tin foil. You roll up the aluminum foil, and then you put it in the microwave. It comes out, it's a nice solid ball. It's almost like telling you that. Like, you probably quit too early. You were almost there. You should have kept going a little longer. You would have got it.
Yeah, that's the problem. You shouldn't have gave up so soon. Not without a true
Now
fight.
you're in recovery. What are you doing?
There's the saying, though, don't quit before the miracle. But that applies while you're living in the addiction, too.
Yeah.
But they can't say that to people recovering from gambling addiction. Don't quit before the miracle. Like, don't leave that blackjack table before
That's
you.
the illusion.
Okay, this one says the NA step working guide be like, you forgot your bibliography. Oh, that's my friend
dumb.
who wants to be anonymous. She's
I know who
she's
they
an
are.
NAV SEAL too.
I know who they are. They're smart. They
She's
know
crushing
better
it
than
in
come
life.
on here
She
and have to
is.
talk about.
She's top notch.
I asked her to come and be on the podcast. She's like, I'm too successful. It could really hurt my career.
Oh my God.
And I said, listen,
And
you
here
could
I
wear a
am.
hat and sunglasses. She really is doing really good.
Mm-hmm.
I could.
Can this hurt my career?
What's that?
Nah. What career?
You don't have. You're unemployed.
Literally never
This is
got a
your new job.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Bob.
And you're fired too.
Dr. Bob. Bill, come over. Bill W. I can't. I'm tripping LSD. Dr. Bob, you can cheat on your wife here. Bill W.
Thought his way over.
I love it.
It's so good. He's seeing all sorts of cool stuff that you see when you're tripping out.
That's an old Dr. Bob AF meme.
I love the tag.
But you know what? Like anytime
Classic.
I post about anything, that's immediately what they go into the comments talking about is, oh yeah, did you know that Bill W started AA while he was on acid? And it's like, that's not even true. But like people
not
believe
true.
that is true.
Bill was crazy.
He is.
Bill was crazy, dude. He was like, you see his pictures and you're like, damn, that dude was wild.
But he did not start the program on LSD. That's
not true.
That's the
He was
rumor.
on Belladonna.
That was just while he's detoxing. But it is a well-documented fact he did LSD with Aldous Huxley and Timothy Leary.
Hell yeah.
Can you imagine?
Yeah, he was in the room with those guys several times when they were doing, and they were experimenting with it in ways that it's not like they were sitting around a campfire freaking singing songs and playing music and stuff. But, they're trying to do it in some sort of controlled fashion where they were seeing if it would help or cure or fix whatever mental illness, whatnot. I mean, I still today, I think that, because of laws and things, nobody's ever gotten to really do any experimentation with these kinds of things. And they're finding a lot of good stuff with psychedelics, and especially like the microdosing and stuff like that. I don't know. I think it's an unexplored territory that, due to the ignorance of governments, that they weren't able to explore those things. Maybe that's a good way to help people. I don't know.
I think maybe Bill, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe he did trip balls out in the woods at Woodstock or whatever,
Go Bill.
What if he did?
Go on with your bad self.
Yeah.
Maybe he did. And he's like, whoa. I said an idea. Third tradition. It's only about alcohol.
Like, right.
This isn't a relapse. We got the third tradition. The third tradition came in the middle of the woods.
Dude, I
tripping
bet
balls.
Yeah.
He wrote the whole 12 and 12, just tripping balls, just.
It kind of also reminds me like Bill being the womanizer or whatever. It's like, man, all those things do is prove that Bill was one of us.
He's
Yeah.
a human.
That's it.
Yeah,
He's a human and fallible, but the
Right.
program, he created a program that seems to work for a lot of people, including him.
All
Yeah,
the
that's-
great prophets.
Well, you know Bill did this or he did that? I'm like,
So
cool. He's not my higher power. He's just a guy, and it wasn't even his idea.
Yeah,
12
it's not
steps.
even his program. He just turned 6 into 12.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
he just did multiplication.
He just
Right.
flipped it.
Yeah.
He bought it, cut it,
Yeah, he cut
flipped it.
Yeah, he
He's a hustler.
renamed it and called it his own.
Yep. And then we took it and made it even better.
Yeah. Okay, next meme.
You keep pumping them out, and we're repumping it out.
This one was I don't know anything about the guy who created this, but it says telling a pothead they have an addiction versus telling an alcoholic they have an addiction. Which I posted that, and the comments proved it. The potheads were seething mad in the comments. Some of them, like if you told me when I was smoking weed every day that I was an addict, I'd have been like, yeah, pretty much. I smoke all day every day.
Quitting marijuana is extremely difficult. It's so difficult. But yet it feels like I could quit at any time. But why would I want to? And then it's like, and it's like, it's not going to kill me. It's not, I never smoked a bunch of weed and then got in a fight with somebody over it. I burnt a pizza up one time. One time I left a bathtub running because I forgot I turned it on, I mean, there's a couple stupid things I did, but it never caused major problems. Just the marijuana never caused major problems in my life. So it's so easy to always justify one more day, one more use. Well, I could quit any time, I thought. But, there's not a whole lot of stuff on the end of making me quit. There's not a whole lot of stuff like convincing me that I need to.
Right.
Mm-hmm. At least with regard to marijuana.
What do you think, Ashlie? Were you the guy in the first picture?
No. When I stopped smoking weed, like I literally had withdrawals. It wasn't like a mind-blowing thing to me that like it wouldn't be sober, because I don't know. It was like a ritual, all of it, like everything about it was very ritualistic. But
yeah, absolutely.
I was like physically sick when I stopped smoking weed, and it was it was different than it is today. Like I can't imagine what it would be like smoking what they're smoking now. Like it is different.
It's setting off schizophrenia in tons of people.
It was setting off.
I think they're spraying it with chemicals.
It's genetically modified marijuana now.
It sounds good, doesn't it? Oh.
See, I think weed kept me sick for a very long time. Like, I kicked dope a whole bunch of times, and I would keep smoking weed every time. And it took me a long time. Actually, it was my last time in treatment when I realized I'm not a heroin addict. I'm an addict. I'm addicted to being high. I just want whatever's going to get me high. And weed was always the easiest thing to justify. And it was because of that, it was the hardest thing for me to give up. And, that was, it's just a hard thing to wrap your head around. And I've seen people die chasing that delusion that weed's not the problem. It's this other thing. It's like, no, man, it's that you're running away from something. I don't know what it is. You might not even realize it, but there's something there that has to be dealt with. Because why are you getting high at the expense of everything else in your life, knowing that it's not worked out yet? And I would tell all the guys that would come into Bridgeway, just make this deal with me, that if you do heroin again, you'll reevaluate where weed is. Because I'm like, there's no convincing you otherwise. If you're like me, you're not going to be convinced.
Yeah, it's like hanging out with heroin's cousin. Eventually you're going to run into heroin again, though. And, it's legal now, which I think that actually helps for people who are addicts, with it being legal. Because when it was illegal, I mean, I never planned on doing cocaine, but the day I decided that I was going to do some, I knew exactly who to call to get it. I called my weed dealer, and if he didn't have it, he knew someone who did. So it wasn't like I was new to that game. It was like I already knew it was an entry level drug for me. Like I learned how to, buy illegal substances, meet a guy with a fake name at 7-Eleven to buy, make an illegal transaction. So I got used to doing that. So when it came time to do harder drugs, I wasn't a newbie.
Right. Okay, next meme. Alcoholics in the 1930s. I do declare I may have drinking too much gin. My hands are a bit shaky. Alcoholics in the 2020s. I have been Narcaned 63 times. All of my veins are gone. I scrapped all the copper in my grandma's house just to stay high for 30 minutes.
I love it.
I have killed people.
I love it. Alcoholics. And,
Yeah. So, I made this one.
I'm an alcoholic. alcoholic. No.
This is one that I made. And the last line is from, I got it from Eastbound and Down. He's like, you don't know about me. I've killed people. Kenny Powers. That's the funniest show. You ever watch Eastbound and Down?
No.
So you this is yours. You made this one.
Yeah. Because, and it's just such a common experience in AA that it's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I'm an alcoholic. And then they tell their story and it's like, you're a heroin addict in AA.
Yeah, you're like, I OD'd 17 times. You're like, on alcohol?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nobody even questions it. They know. They already
we
know.
get it.
Drinking is it's a slow and drinking messes you up. It inebriates you. Like when I was super depressed and I wanted to like, you know how you drink a lot and you'd be like, you just go on this little escapade. Is that the word? Episode. But it's such a slow burner, like it doesn't just like, there's very big evidence of unmanageability when you're like getting Narcan, or like you're falling asleep in your Thanksgiving meal, or you whatever, you took too many pills, and
Yeah, typically alcohol doesn't
it's
happen that fast.
Yeah.
It's like a person starts in April and by July their whole life is like completely in shambles. Where alcohol, you may go 10, 20 years and it progressively just gets worse and worse.
I think that might be why people are so young getting sober, because drugs really press the gas pedal on addiction.
Yeah.
Then you got the people who come in and they're like, I got 10 DUIs, and you're like, what the hell? What are you doing? It's pretty obvious.
Yeah.
And they're like, but it's just alcohol. I can go to the bar and get it,
Yeah.
Right,
Okay.
I made this.
Did you?
No.
Oh.
I made this one too.
Brought
actually.
it with you, huh?
At some point I quit watermarking them, but
Humble.
yeah. And then we'll this will be the last one we do. AA dudes asking girls out. Bro, just ask her out. I can't. My sponsor said I have to wait a year and work a set of emotional steps. NA dudes asking girls out. You want to hit my Suboxone flavored vape juice? Yes.
I'm going to get in so much trouble.
Is that how you met your wife, Matt?
I'm going to get in so much trouble. You got me in so much.
I made that meme. It's based off Matt and his wife. That's how this family began.
You did not make that.
That was a meme by Junkie Memes.
What does her shirt say?
Mommy Ethot.
Jeez.
That's funny. Okay, well, it's been an hour, Matt, and I know you have lots of more important things to do than be here getting famous on the podcast. I know that you
Not quite.
You don't chase those kind of things.
I think he's got a good shot at it.
I'm going to get kicked out.
There's going to be a
There's going to be
spin-off.
some demand to get him back on.
Boof
I can
Bros.
see that already. I'm siding with you.
We need to come back with some other members.
People are going to be begging.
He's good, man.
Well, we had a little gang.
It's like the sand people. They leave, but they come back
I
in
think it's
more
like
numbers.
self-sabotage.
Yeah. People are going to be begging for the Boof Bros podcast with you and Clay and Kyle. Get the Boof Bros,
original
the
three.
Boof Bro band back together.
We broke up. I'll say it publicly. We broke up, man. So we all went our separate ways. Pretty similar, We all just went our own separate ways. We stopped making memes. We started focusing on, different things in our lives. And, it's not an easy road. Life, it's not always easy, You run into, I've learned a lot, but like not through doing things right. That's for sure. I made a lot of mistakes. So,
Well, that's going to wrap up this episode of the Dank Recovery Podcast. Thank you, Kevin, the Recovery Buddha, and my wife, Ashlie. And thanks to the Boof Bro himself, Matt. If you're out there struggling or need someone to talk to, send us an email, timothy@dankrecovery.com. And if you have a story you want to share with us or something that you think would be helpful, send it in. We'd be happy to hear it and possibly even put it on the show. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at Dank Recovery. Make sure you like, subscribe, and come back next week for another episode, or check out one of our past episodes. And as always, happy birthday to all the birthdays and welcome to all the newcomers. See you next week.